for the master some jebre daily update TV. Mr. Say and then the channel so hit a dom subscribe or like it. Share my one pence me be at your senior binge jemre. Near that Jimon sin in the semi tribunal. Yemfa emo in some in your embramo. Now your ballroom near ballroom. Send medical say a latest be a BP will be a aha and I'm the Bevamo. Na new song for and no more dear or move will lazy book or hop papa campaign ground or a wire na me pese eborum ni hwe video no ni hwe niema ekoso a kese ho de ne anoden
We don't want the driver made. The school capitation grant, the feeding grant. In the budget statement, they said that the NDC was spending 80%. The NDC was spending 80% in feeding students per day. And that they have increased it to 150%. What is the value, the impact? When the NDC was spending 80% at the time, one egg was sold as 50 pesos. So you could take the 80 pesos, buy one egg, and leave some 30 pesos to buy something to add. Today, an egg is almost 4 cedis. So even with the 1 cedi 50 pesos, you can't even buy half an egg. Tell me, would you want to entrust the leadership of this country into such a hand? So if Dr. Bawumia wants to debate, he should go and debate the budget. He should debate his record. Corruption, we all know. Corruption has been the bane of the progress and the development of this country. And don't get me wrong, some politicians are fantastically corrupt, and you can easily identify them at the MPP headquarters, the Flagstaff House, and perhaps Donato's home and Dr. Bawumia's. Now, what we experience under this government is corruption. It's beyond corruption. It's thievery. The Afro Barometer described the MPP as the most corrupt ever in the history of this country. The Corruption Perception Index, the highest this country has ever achieved, happened under President Mahama, when we got about 47%. That's the highest. The lowest of President Mahama was 43%. That is what this government is celebrating, and they think that we should clap for them. So I think that is very clear. The religious politics they are doing will not help. The ethnic politics they are doing will not help. The prison's building is just here. That's what the prison is. The accommodation is just behind the streets. They reported to me as their MP. The prison officers who were occupying those accommodations were asked to vacate. I told Honorable Abu Jinapor, he asked me to write out officially. They have sacked them. They have demolished those buildings. And they are putting up storage buildings that are stores and offices. Why do you expect the officers to be accommodated? If you take that main road, the same land, going to local government and estate, civil servants were occupying government buildings. They sacked them, sold them to party apparatus. They have demolished them and they are putting up, offices, stores and offices to rent. You go to the West Hospital, opposite the West Hospital, bungalows accommodating health workers and doctors. They sacked them, sold them, and it's the MPP candidate for Tamale South. He's the one leading this. You have to the extent that an MPP communicator went on local television and accused him, and he has not responded since. So I'm saying that Abu Jinapor cannot feign innocence. He's well aware of the sale of those state lands. The people of this country and the people of Tamale and Northern region are voting because poverty knows no bound and has no party color. Mind you, the 5 northern regions are the poorest in Ghana. So when there is maladministration, when there is this unacceptable level of corruption, unacceptable level of incompetence, economic quagmire, those who are already poor are those who suffer the brunt than any other person. And that is why the people of northern region are calling for a change. And I can assure you, but unless the NDC will win minimum 14 seats.
Honorable, before I leave you, after today, what is the NDC doing after the launch of the campaign? What's the way forward?
We are already in motion. We are already working. I mean, the crop of regional executive we have are outstanding. The crop of constituency executive we have are outstanding. One of the reasons why the NDC fortunes started dwindling from 2016 till now had nothing to do with any good work of this government.
Atiefo seni eguso bomo kaya sumdwe hu dawura ni eguso ye nia brigidigidi na yafia hu nyem na ebebo man Ghana.
An agenda to reset Ghana. That's what the NDC is focusing on going into the 2024 general elections, in just a couple of months' time. But for the official campaign launch, they have come back to Tamale. Tamale, we understand, because this is a stronghold of the opposition National Democratic Congress, the NDC. You can see from last night, Tamale has been buzzing with a lot of activity. This morning, the Jubilee Park is playing host to the campaign launch, where John Dramani Mahama will be selling himself out to the people of Ghana, to the people of Tamale, and also to the rest of the 15 other regions of the country. Why he is the preferred choice for the people of this country. But how is he going to be doing it? And why is it Tamale specifically, or the northern region that is playing host to it?
You know that the northern region has always been one of our strongholds. And the reasons why we are here to re-energize the base is also to showcase the unity amongst our leaders. You know that there have been some internal wranglings largely to blame and account for a lot of the issues that we've had here. They've actually had absolutely nothing to do with the New Patriotic Party.
Okay.
But you can see that suddenly there's enormous goodwill. Our leaders are all poised to work together for the good of the party. I think that now that the party stands united, and certainly today's function is also to literally cement that unity, that move forward, the fact that everybody, and you've seen all our former leaders, you've seen the Honorable Harun Idrisu, you've seen the Honorable Newz, you've seen Honorable Mutala Suhini, and a whole host of them who are all here working very, very hard to ensure that we launch today and then move forward with the campaign. Indeed, our campaign manager, Professor Joshua Alabi, a man who himself lived here for most of his adult life and went to school here in the northern region. They called on the Yana to inform him formally that we're coming here this afternoon to launch this campaign, and I believe that everything points to a successful launch and certainly a very successful campaign, one that has taken us nearly 2 years since the flag bearer contest. I believe that today will literally be the icing on the cake, and then immediately after that we hit the ground running.
You can see a lot of party security people who are struggling to just get directive for people, to just get them right into the inner perimeter. But a lot of people are equally expressing the satisfaction as to why Tamale should be the one to play the host to it.
This time, the NDC is not going to sit down aloof. The NDC is going to work tirelessly in making sure we secure the seat, because Dr. Bamia has been lying all along. Dr. Bamia, who has no credibility, Dr. Bamia, who has lied and done propaganda in this country, this time around, it's not going to be easy for him. And I'm assuring Ghanaians, by the good work John Mama has done, inshallah, John Mama is going to win come 2024 elections.
John Mahama has been busy in the past few months and weeks, but even late last night, John Mahama was in the Ashanti region on a fundraising tour to be able to gather enough support and also finances going into this election, a critical one for him, the last one he possibly maybe attempted to be able to set himself out and reposition himself to lead the country. But to a very large extent, the NDC is hoping that it would be able to reset the country they described it, and also offering hope to the people of this country. Komla Kluchem, TV3 News, Jubilee Park, Tamale.
Thank for Edamasi Samoje Bre, sending the latest thing in ha any day a bebramono.